Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Big Data and AI Conference. Today, we'll be talking about Datafy AI, which is a governance solution for artificial intelligence and for machine learning. My name is Michael Roberts. I'm an analytics practice lead at Newcomp Analytics, and today I'm pleased to be joined by Xiaojun who's one of our senior data scientists. So we're going to start today by talking about a study done by Gartner Group last year. Gartner Group reached out to a number of their research circle members and asked them how many machine learning or AI deployments did they currently have, and the answer was about 4. And then asked them how many they would have in the coming years, and the answers were somewhere between 10, 20, and 35 over the next 3 years per company. So you can see there's a lot of growth in the AI and machine learning deployments within these companies over the next few years. So the growth of AI and machine learning in companies is introducing a problem of management. So as the deployments are accelerating over time, AI and machine learning is moving beyond just a desktop role and is now supporting mission-critical business functions. And these solutions are going to require governance. So what exactly does this mean? So firstly, there has to be centralized control over these systems. If we think about what DevOps has done for development, we need something similar, but for AI and for machine learning. We also need a way to detect data drift and model bias and update the models as required. We also need a systematic way to validate the model's performance and rebuild them, but without any unnecessary or wasteful processing. In terms of communication, we need to gather metadata about the AI and machine learning models in terms of their types and purpose, and make sure this information is visible to all of the different stakeholders throughout the companies. And finally, we see that there's a challenge in terms of scaling up. AI and machine learning teams are generally quite small, and if they're going to be growing the number of deployments over time, the tools that they are using to govern these systems have to improve as well. When Newcomp developed Datafy AI, it built it around 4 core themes. The first was we wanted to make sure we had proper model integration. Companies have already invested a lot of time and money in existing models, and we wanted Datafy AI to be able to integrate with these and provide multi-platform support. We also wanted to provide a shared security wrapper for all the different models through a customized web interface. We also wanted to have model and data diagnostics to monitor the models, their performance, as well as for things like data drift, and provide this information back to the users. And finally, we wanted to make sure we had cross-platform flexibility and interoperability as developments in cloud technologies and cloud data sources change. Newcomp decided to build Datafy AI on the Microsoft Azure Foundation. In this architectural diagram on the left, we can see the front end, which includes components like Power BI, Azure Active Directory, and others. On the right, we have the back end, which includes components such as Synapse, Azure Machine Learning, and containerization technologies. By building on Azure, we know that we have a system that we can't outgrow. Datafy AI's functions can be grouped into 6 different areas. The first is that we have a common platform for model production. The centralized model allows us to easily deploy models and rebuild them as required. We've tried to democratize AI and machine learning, so make sure that everyone who has authorization can access the machine learning projects. And we encourage vertical collaboration between different team members with different technical capabilities. We're automating model diagnostics, so AI is tracking both drift in data as well as performance of the models, and automatically is retraining the models with the latest data when it's required to do so. We provided a common security wrapper for all the models so that we have one single point of access and one single sign-on to gain access to all the components that are required. We also wanted to make use of containerization to support the specific requirements of different models, and also provide the ability to scale up and scale down as efficiently as possible. And finally, we wanted to make sure we had flexibility. So if Datafy AI can connect with any of the common cloud vendors, as well as models in different languages such as Python, R, or Ruby. In terms of our service offerings, Newcomp has developed an offering to help companies integrate existing models into Datafy AI. We have training on how to use the system most effectively. We have ongoing support and assistance. We also provide specialized data science consulting services in case companies are struggling to refine the right models to solve their particular business challenges. What we'll do next is I'm going to turn over the presentation to my colleague, Xiaojun, who will provide us with a demonstration.
Great, thanks, Mike. Hi, everyone, I'm Sue. Today, I'm going to show you what Datafy AI is and how you can embed it into your business. Here you're seeing the login page of Datafy AI. It connects with our user database, but it can also connect with the external identity management service like Azure AD to provide the role-based access control. Now let me quickly log in using my Google account. Here we're seeing the main page of Datafy AI. On the left side, we have our menu bar where you can switch between different pages. Each page represents one aspect of your data project. In this demo, we have a main page where you can run your model. We also have a data overview page where you can visualize your data insights. From the architect perspective, it's very easy to add additional pages to meet the business requirements. On the right upper corner, we have a drop-down list where you can switch between different projects. So for this demo, I pulled 2 data projects from the Kaggle to illustrate the features. Let's look at our first project, Walmart retail sales. So for this project, let's assume I work for a CPG manufacturer and I'm the channel manager for the Walmart channel. I'm responsible for all the sales performance and the promotion activities. Let's say today I need to finalize my promotion plan for the next month. But this morning I got the first-hand information knowing that 2 of my direct competitors are going to run promotion for next month as well. This is a really bad news because it's definitely going to affect my sales performance. And I really need to know how much it will affect my sales so that I can adjust my promotion plan accordingly. So what I will do is I come to the Datafy AI. The first step, I need to specify the model parameter, which is the number of weeks I want to predict. In this case, it will be 4 weeks. The second step, I need to upload custom input data. So in this case, it will be my competitor's price point. Of course, I won't know how much price, what the price promotion price they will set, but I can guess it based on my experience. So I have this input template. I just need to enter the price point that I know the model likes, and then upload it to the Datafy AI. Here it's going to give me a preview table where to help me verify that I upload the correct file. Now the third step is just to click the run button to run the model. And here I already have the model result after consider the price point that I entered before. It will also give me some model performance figures that generated by the model. And of course, I can upload another set of price point in step 2 and rerun it again to see how it will impact my sales. Without Datafy AI, I need to prepare all those price strategy changes to the data science team, and they need to run it through the models, summarize the results, and send it back to me. This may take days to weeks, and it's already too late for me to make actions on it. But now with Datafy AI, I can do all those price strategy analysis on my own, just in 5 minutes, so I still have time to adjust my promotion plan for the next month. Okay, now let's look at the data overview page. It connects with the Tableau, so I can view the dashboards that my data science team prepared for me. For example, here I can see the weekly sales in the past. I can also narrow down to the specific store or specific department to see the sales. Okay, now let's look at the second project. In this project, I want to show you how business people can evaluate the model performance. This time, I'm an inventory manager. We have a very high standard for the accuracy because most of our inventory plans are highly dependent on the model predictions. To get a better result, we even build a long short-term memory models for each product at each store. So right now we have like 500 models sitting in the backend. And as an inventory manager, the biggest concern or the biggest question I would ask is my model up to date? What's the model accuracy as of now? because I know we have new data coming every day. And it's very legit to ask whether my model need to retrain with those new data set or not. So to test my model performance, I come to Datafy AI. Step 1, again, enter the model parameters. Step 2, click the Run button to run through the model. Okay, here it gives me the model performance graph. The blue line represents the actual data set. The red line represents the predicted data set. I can even zoom in. Here I see, okay, it seems that my model mispredict all the peak values, which is not good. But I'm a business people. I really don't know what does that mean to my model performance or the statistical accuracies. So I come to the step 3 to click the evaluate button. And now it calculates all the statistic matrix for me. It will even give me an alert saying model drift detected because the performance is below the 85%, which is the benchmark we set initially. And now I'm confident that, okay, I cannot use this model anymore. And this model need to retrain. I can click the yes button to retrain the model with a new data set, or I can notify my data science team to let them relook at the model. So in this case, we show how we can give the model evaluation access back to the business people, because we think they are the persons that make decisions and they're responsible for the business performance. To make them feel comfortable to use the model results, we really should give them access to monitor the model performance or evaluate the model performance at any time. Okay, let's go back to the data overview page. This time, the dashboard is generated by another team. They are using the Power BI as the visualization tool. So this time, the Datafy AI is connected with the Power BI. And I can come here to review all the key metrics that I need to know about this project. For example, the year-over-year percentage change and what this percentage change looks like when we break down by month. Over here, we know the store sales, in general store sales. And if we click on one of the store, it will break down to monthly changes. And we can see, okay, how many months the store overperformed than my national average and how many months it's underperformed than my national average, etc. Okay, this is all the demo I want to show to you. Back to you, Mike.
All right, thank you, Sue. So just to recap what we saw in the demonstration, we started by looking at the centralized security portal for Datafy AI. We saw Sue logging into the system to gain access to her models. On the upper right, we saw the ability to choose from a number of different models and find the most appropriate one. On the left, we have the ability to upload custom information so the model can be updated with end user information. Once the model had been updated, we started to look at the insights and saw there was an alert indicating the data drift had occurred. We also saw integration with common visualization platforms like Tableau or Power BI. We try and quantify the benefits of governance for AI and machine learning. We have to start by looking at the point that it improves accuracy and avoids wasted time and common pitfalls like bias and data drift. Since we've built this upon the Azure framework, there's no infrastructure investments required, and we're backwards compatible with existing model technology. Most importantly, Datafy AI provides the ability for small data science and data engineering teams to scale up their productivity from small to large deployments over time. In terms of Datafy AI's pricing model, we start with an initial offering which helps companies integrate this solution into their platform. This typically takes between 1 and 3 weeks. We have a monthly support offering where companies can come to us with specific questions or challenges, and we will dedicate between 8 to 16 hours of data science consulting services to help them either mentoring or with specific problems. In terms of cloud consumption, the way that we have priced this is that we charge a 10% premium on the Datafy AI related cloud consumption in exchange for use of the IP that makes up the solution. I'd like to talk about Newcomp Analytics a little bit as well. Newcomp is a world-class analytics firm that provides professional consulting services and development services with a number of key technology partners. So we have some of these depicted on the slide, people like IBM and Microsoft and Alteryx and Tableau, as well as a number of other technologies as well. Our service offerings are organized around 5 key themes. So we have BI and data visualization, financial planning analytics, AI and machine learning. We help with data governance as well as data management, and also first-of-kind open source solutions if there isn't a off-the-shelf solution available to solve a particular business problem. In terms of the geography, we cover all of Canada, all of the US, and all of the Caribbean. All right, I want to thank you for your time, and we hope you enjoy the conference.